They packed us into train cars like cattle, worse than cattle. They fed us potato skins. They fed us nothing. Their boots entered our doorways at night. We have nightmares of showers we never return from. Babies held to their mother's breasts so they would not inhale the gas. Babies exterminated. And we said, never again will God's people, the Jews, be treated this way. In Jerusalem, I saw boys and girls, children in uniform with rifles on their backs and slushies in their hands. I saw my grandma cling to the Wailing Wall like she might cling to a son just returned from war. In a museum, a timeline listed the points when blood had run in the streets of the city as it changed hands from one God's people to the next. The idea of this bloodshed in the place where I stood sickened me, and I thought, I do not love this land. This is a place of death without renewal, and God exists everywhere, so why would I choose to seek the sacred in this place of trauma? When I told my grandma I was organizing with radical Jews in support of Palestinian rights, she said almost nothing. Zionists invaded Palestine. Palestine was invaded by Zionists. Palestine was invaded. Palestinians are refugees. Palestinians are terrorists. Palestinians are violent fanatics who thirst for the blood of Jewish babies, or was it Jews who thirst for the blood of Christian babies, or did anyone remember that neither Jews nor Muslims consume blood? When my grandma finally decided to talk to me about the differences in our views, I told her about the girl who grew up in my community, graduated from my school, stood in front of a Palestinian home to prevent its demolition, was crushed to death by an Israeli bulldozer. My grandma said, that girl should not have been standing there. My grandma said, she must have been stupid. And when my grandma finally decided to talk to me, she did not decide to listen. Babi and Zaidi, Safta and Saba, grandmothers and grandfathers teach us that our suffering was a gift from God, for only through that suffering could we truly understand what it is to be a stranger in our own homes. Babi, teach me that the appropriate response to Weltschmerz is Tikkun Olam, that the best way to honor those who suffered and died because of other people's fear and hatred and confusion and prejudice is to teach people not to act out of fear, hatred, confusion, and prejudice, but out of love. Be sure I understand that the trauma of Kristallnacht and Al-Nakba is the same. Be sure I understand that there is no never again without never again for anyone.